This is a solution to 12.19, which is a one-way analysis of variance without using Excel. So in the problem, it tells us a resort has 3 seafood restaurants, and they're taking a random sample of servers and looking at their tips, and assume the data is typical for a Friday night. And they want to know, would a server's job at one of these 3 restaurants have different average tips as compared to any of the others? So there's 3 restaurants, and the question is same or different average tips. So you would want to go to the one with the higher tips, obviously, if it made any difference. So in the problem, since we have 3 restaurants, we'll have 3 means that we to check if the 3 means are equal, or at least one mean differs. And the level of significance we'll use is 5% because we'll be using the F table. So to get the test statistic, what I told the class is I would give you SSB, sum of squares between, and SSW. So assume for this problem that sum of squares between is 1188.93 and SSW is 1458.8. So if you have that information, we're supposed to find F test, which is MSB over MSW, and each of these have their corresponding degrees of freedom. So we'll use that SSB, and remember that K equals the 3 populations. So we will have 3 minus 1 here, and we will use N minus K. In this problem, they had 5 data points per restaurant. So that tells us, or we can see, that we had 15 data points overall. So we'll be using 15 minus 3 in our denominator. And in doing so, what we're going to get is an F statistic that is 50. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong place. What we're going to get is 594.47 divided by 121.57, which becomes 4.89. Our F critical value for 5% tail on the right, we need numerator degrees of freedom of K minus 1, which is 2, and denominator degrees of freedom of N minus K, which is the 15 minus 3, and that turns out to be 12. So our F critical will be 3.89, which will start our rejection region. And so since F test, let's put that in there. Here's F test. It's at 4.89. So since F test is in the rejection region, we reject the null hypothesis at 5% level of significance. Which also means we have shown at least one of the restaurants has different average tips. So if you were looking for a job, you'd want to know either which one to avoid or which one to try to find a job, because you know that they're not all the same.